What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ Prospect Profiles. Today, we're focusing on Chicago Blackhawks prospect and former member of the United States National Team Development Program and current Notre Dame Fighting Irish defenseman. Whole mouthful right there for y'all. Stephen Johns, I got to see him play when he's with the development team, and I think he's the last member of that team I've yet to cover. Obviously, got drafted in the second round in 2010. That development team, the U18 team, he was on the blue line. Himself was a second round pick. Tenardi went in the first round. Forbett went in the first round. Folk went in the second round. Merrill went in the second round, and Clenny went in the second round. So there's 6 top 2 round NHL defensemen that will all have bright futures playing professional hockey. Most of those guys, with the exception of Tenardi, are more offensive guys, and Forbett in the same, more defensive. Johns is along that lines of more of a defensive defenseman. Ideal NHL size. At 6'4" and 220 pounds, that's what you want out of defense. But his offensive numbers at Notre Dame the last 2 years really don't jump off the page at you. At 13 points in 44 games as a freshman and 10 points in 39 games. But it's the intangibles, the leadership, the shot block and the head, and the keeping the opposing players honest. Is one of his big strengths. And he makes, if you put him with an offensive guy, a la former teammate at the development team and current BU Terrier and fellow Chicago Blackhawks prospect Adam Clendenning. They can play off each other pretty well. Obviously, I've talked about Clendenning on this show a few times. More of an offensive guy with the stretch passes, the home run, the long ball, what have you. Where Johns will stay at home and keep scoring chances to a minimal and definitely make life hard for opposing forwards, which shows maturity, I think. Having a young man that can understand the nuances of playing sound defensive hockey at that age is rare. A lot of guys can put up offensive numbers, but guys that'll accept their role as being more of a defensive guy at that age is rare to see. And I think he's definitely going to be one of those guys that has a long future in the NHL. Like I say, he plays a pro-style game. Notre Dame is a great program. They really program on the rise. Obviously, the last 6-7 years, he really came out of nowhere. But I'm just looking at the numbers. He made life hard for fellow other CCHA forwards on him. And I think that's the best way to look at it. You really you need those guys. Not all your defensemen can be the Eric Carlsons of the world. You need a guy like keeping with the Ottawa Senators team, a Jared Cowan to keep the puck out of the net, because that's a principal role for defensemen. And I think there's still some offense there. I wouldn't say I wouldn't rule him out as being able to put up some numbers down the line. But I think his role defensively is really good, and Coach Jeff Jackson of Notre Dame's really brought out the best in him, and I look forward to seeing what he can do. I'm really excited. I think part of the Windy City revival. They won the cup a few years ago. They're still competing now. They haven't been knocked out, but they got a plethora of young players coming down the line that'll be impact players in the NHL sooner rather than later. And that's all I got in this episode of the Power Play with CJ Prospect Profiles on Stephen Johns, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the playoffs and beyond. Later, guys.